people, welcome to Julius Blue TV. It is your time for your winter window review, brutal judgment. As you guys remember, at the beginning of January transfer window, I made a video about the players need to go and the players need to stay. What would we improve on and what players we brought in this season? Did we improve the positions? So guys, if it's your first time on the channel, smash that like button, and if it's your first time on the channel, subscribe, man, and let's get into it, man. We're gonna be going through the over, the good and the bad and the ugly. What did we improve on, man, guys? Because for me, things I'm happy with and the things I was not happy with, and the players who left the January transfer window, like João Felix, Axel Disasi, who I'm happy with and who I'm not. So let's get straight into it. But let's start with the only players who came in through. Amougou from Saint-Etienne. This guy came in for 15 million, and he started well like at the beginning of the season, and then he was fading out. He started playing for less than 90 minutes, and then the campaign he faded through the middle, the winter period, more often off the bench, the cameos. But this is what we needed. The absolutely answer is no. This is not player we needed. But as you guys know right now, Lavia is actually injured for the middle of the match, and you guys know Enzo Fernandez, Moise Casero, they've not been okay, man. They've not been busting lungs to get back, man. Casero went down against Wolves. Anybody in the stadium had to went off. If you're home watching on TV, when Casero went down against Wolves, we thought it was done. Our season was done, man. And this is what I've been telling you guys. Moise Casero is our most important player, but Cole Palmer is our best player. But we needed to bring in some energy and some power, and now I think that's why they brought this kid from Saint-Etienne. And can he help us this season? I don't know, man. But now, as you guys know, like I said, I just left. But which players? For me, I was asking to bring Leslie Okuchukwu, bring on Andre Santos. We never got these players. But now there's Raksakis and all these the other players from the academy. But we have said everything, man. We've been saying one thing. I've been saying, man. Why do you have to spend another money, 15 more million on another kid, man? And I've been sitting here, man, asking myself, why do we keep doing this? Why didn't we just give Rosaki a chance to come in and join the first team instead of signing another young kid just the same age? Rosaki, for me, this season has been playing well. If you see the academy games, he's been fantastic, and his stats are so high. And I hope Enzo Maresca can hit me minutes. It does not matter who they bought. But as you guys know, this player is going to be going to Strasbourg on loan, and that's what I think, man. And just before that headline, I'm watching right now Arsenal versus Newcastle, and it seems like Arsenal is losing 3-0, man. So it's a really good, man. But one thing I want to say is, man, but they brought him so he can train with the top players, so he can go to Strasbourg in summer. But none of these help us. None of these help us if Casero get hurt, if he goes down. None of this fills us the void of Lavia missing, being on injury. We needed a player who can come in and impact the team right now. None of this player he's not going to help us to win the FA Cup. But he's a depth. He someone who can come from the bench, and some Moses Casero maybe. But we are about to see him yet. But let's see. But the only thing I have is a start for him last season in Ligue 1, where he was playing, and then the 3rd of December, like that, he started fading out, and then he was not playing the same way he was playing, and he started getting some bench minutes, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to bring in a top player, man. I wanted to bring in experience. We have not got this. I don't care about the relationship with Southampton. You should have went there and bring Leslie Okuchukwu. Leslie Okuchukwu could have been a player who could have helped us this season, man. I don't get it, man. But one thing I want to say, man, the only saving grace is that he goes to Strasbourg next season, and then Andre Santos can come back here, because the club needs to. I'm gonna hold them accountable. I need them to keep their word on this one, man, because I wanna see him next season. I wanna see Andre Santos at this club next season, man, because if he's not here, I'm gonna be angry, man. Mathis is a good player, man. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but we are not yet to see. We are not yet to see him develop. But we need to stop piling, and piling is unnecessary, man. For me, this window, I would give it 1 out of 10, man. 1 out of 10. We've only one player, so maybe it may be a 1. But we could have had more. We have so many talented youngsters in the academy, but we could not give them a chance, man. Not good enough from the directors, man. But when I sit here and I say these directors, they're getting paid a lot of money for useless being there, man. They've been telling us they've been working so hard. Moving on. Felix loan to AC Milan, for me, no bad, because we have so many talents, man. But if you tell me between Felix and Crystal, who I want to move out, it could be even Felix, because for me, I'm a Crystal fan. I like Crystal man. He's a guy who's not really selfish, and I think Felix is the type of guy who's so selfish, man. And we are yet to see him at every club he's been on. He's not been working. Maybe this loan, I saw some people saying why they loan him again, and I said, bro, you don't know what goes behind the scene. This guy was at Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. He was at all these clubs. Maybe he's lazy. Maybe he does not train the same way he needs to train. He's a very talented guy, man. He's turning 25 years old. We're still waiting for him to hit his prime, man. Felix, no bad. But for me, I would rather keep Chris Van Kungu, and it was a good move. We're going to get 5 million loan fee, and then we bought him for so much money in the summertime, and he was unnecessary, man. Felix, the manager does not rate him. He's not a manager kind of player, man. And for me, that's what I thought, man, because we saw Chris Van Kungu play in the double 10. Let's see him when he plays with Chris Van, with Cole Palmer. As you guys saw the last game, towards the end, the formation changes, man. Changed at all. It was like a back three, and then we had like Enzo Fernandez and Moses Casero in the back, and then we had Chris Van Kungu and like they're all pushing forward, and Magio was up front. But the manager and Felix, they don't share the same table. They don't share the same vision. Felix, he's already here with Brandon. Nobody wants him, man. Felix, 6 months, and then already loaning you. This guy, every club he has went to, he keeps saying, I'm looking for a new home, I'm looking for new this. But I can promise you to this, man, not good enough, man. Calvin Phillips at City, they were telling me like he's gonna walk this and this, but he didn't work at City, man. He was not the same guy. Pep Guardiola criticized him off the pitch, and for me, Felix, as I can see, for him to come here, he had no choice. Maybe he put on a lot of work against the Leicester way. But the rest of the other games, man, how many times he was playing with his Crystal and he could have passed, and then he just shoot. It's a good thing for a player to shoot, but you need to be careful who you're shooting, man. But another thing I want to say is a poor move, man. It's a poor move. But the business we've been making in the January transfer window. But now let's go to Roberto Veiga. Roberto Veiga signed 6 months ago. Another poor decision from the directors. But from the financial standpoint, fantastic, because the money he went on loan, that's almost half of the money we bought him 6 months ago. But one thing is this, man, what's going on, man? 6 months later, he's not happy. He wants to go to a different club. He wants us to go to Atletico, he wants to go to Italy. And he first had his first game with Juve. And for me, I think he's a good player, man. But one thing I want to say this, man. One thing I want to say, he's not a bad player, man. If he can smash it, come back next season, and Enzo Maresca sees him and say, okay, I'm going to give you the minutes now as a center back, because for me, I don't trust Badiashile, man. You know me, man. I like Badiashile as a brother, man. He's a Congolese brother, French, black, but that don't matter, man. I care about more Chelsea, man. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I want to see my club succeed, man. But Badiashile is one of the other players, I want him gone, man. Him and Axel Disasi, I'm going to get him sooner, but Roberto Veiga, I want to see him next season. Let's see what he can bring in. Let's see when he comes back what he can show us. And then another player is Ben Chilwell on loan. I think for me, this guy has been wasted here. He came here. He thought he was gonna, with all this season, he's gonna get at least minutes. But Enzo Maresca has consistently said it. He does not rate him, man. And Ben Chilwell going to Crystal Palace, good for him. But we move on. Another player I want to talk about is Axel Disasi. That's that's a good move, man. At the beginning of the window, they were saying they cannot loan him to Aston Villa because they are top 4 rivals, this and this. But now and then Chelsea end up agreeing a fee with Tottenham. One thing showed me that Tottenham was so desperate is this, man. Tottenham plays Highland. Axel Disasi cannot play in the Highland. But they were playing this guy consistently. They wanted him. And you know, this guy playing in the Highland is the worst thing you can ever do, man. And for me, this one showed me Tottenham, they were so desperate, but they still did not get a player. Congratulations to Aston Villa for getting Axel Disasi. He can play. Axel Disasi, man, I'm going to tell you guys, he's not a scrub. He's a good player, man. When it comes to low block, defending from the back, playing that mid block, he can defend well, man. He can totally defend well. If you remember, we played that mid block against City away last season, and he was, for me, the my man of the match. He came out of that game as one of the best player for me, man. And Axel Disasi at Chelsea, we play Highline a lot, and he cannot feed. Okay, sorry, guys. And then let's move on now. Let's talk about another player. Who do we move on, man? One thing I want to say, man, Ansu Lumino, man. Why didn't we let him go on loan? Why didn't we let Ansu Lumino go on loan, man? Now he's not even registered under the Premier League team. He's not even yet. The new kid is already been registered, and David Fofana has already been registered, but Ansu Lumino has not been registered. I don't get it, man. And for me, I want to say, David Fofana coming back, I don't get it. I don't get this club, man. I don't totally get this club, man. What are we doing, man? I know he's hurt. I think he was injured, but then again, recalling him back, and Amanjo Broja is back as well from Everton. But that guy already written him off the Chelsea team, man. And another player I want to talk about is Kanich Kumega. This is the player I want him to go on loan and can smash it. If he can go to Dortmund and smash it, man, will be a good for him. And I like Kani, man. Kani for me is one of my favorite players, man. And see him play, see him enjoy his football again, I would love to see him, man. And he's a good player, man. Guys, I don't know what you guys think in the comment down below, but Kanich Kumega, guys, I told you, I rate this kid, man. I want to see him succeed at Chelsea, man. If he can go and smash it, man, and come back next season and get a spot in this team, be the replacement for Cole Palmer, because I know for sure Chris Van Kunku is leaving in summertime, man. And for me, who knows, man? Who knows what's happening? Maybe he gets more minutes right now, and then he start playing more, and he end up saying next season. Who knows? And then one thing that Enzo Maresca said in the press conference after the game, he said he was unfair to Chris Van Kunku. He should have been given more minutes because Chris Van Kunku has always worked hard and always show him like he wants to play. And for me, I want to see Chris Van Kunku start getting more minutes. And I want to praise Enzo Maresca for bringing on Mark Gu on the last game, because Mark Gu, you saw the difference between him as a striker and Nico Jackson. Nico Jackson is not an out-and-out number 9, but he can get a job done, and that's what I wanted Mark Gu to, man. I hope he's not injured, because he went down after the game, and him and Nico, and now that's where we criticize the ownership, because they're not been doing good, man. And for us, as a Chelsea fan, I want to see us succeeding at this. I want to see player like Mark Gu. Can you see him, man? He's a big guy, man. Actually, when you see him on the pictures and the difference, and you see him like really live, he's a big guy according to the other people, man. And that's why you need a striker, someone who's physical. That first goal we scored, it was because of him, man. He took on 2 defenders, he took 2 defenders, and then that's how we scored that goal. And then everything he did was fantastic, man. And I want to see him play more. He's a young man, he's a young player, and I don't know what you're going to think in the comment down below. But if it's your first time on the channel, smash that like button, and don't forget to like and subscribe if it's your first time here. If you're brand new to the channel, man, smash it, man. It means a lot to me if you do that. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and take yourself, and God bless you.